Hi, my name is Katey Lee and I am a guardian health type, and I have decided to share my exercise, fitness, movement journey as I learn more about myself and really break through a lot of the resistance that I do have to physical fitness. It literally says in my PH360 profile that my health type is one that is very resistant to physical exercise, which I 100% agree with. It also says that if I don't have any drive or motivation to do it, that it's probably something mental going on, because I am typically very determined and committed when I set my mind to something, which is something that I absolutely agree with as well. And my fitness has really taken a nosedive recently, and I've not prioritized it for quite a while. And I think it really is due to a lot of the mental component to the physical fitness, because I know that I love moving my body. I feel so good when I do move my body. But in the past, I've had experiences, even as a child growing up, was taught about forcing my body and pushing my body. And, exercise wasn't something that was fun. It was something that was a chore. It was something that was an obligation. It was something that I was told I had to do, and not ever really something that I wanted to do. And, grew up where I was signed up for every sport under the sun and did this and that and the other thing. And, my parents at the time didn't know I was a guardian, didn't even know about personalized health at the time. And if they had known, I'm sure it would have been a little bit different. But it was always this push to really push me and force me into moving my body and into sports that I was kind of into, but not really. It was mostly what my parents wanted me to do, and so I just did it to please them. And then as I got older, exercise was really just something I had to do as a means to an end, like something that I had to do to lose weight. Really, it was the main motivation. So it was all the blood, sweat, and tears to just lose weight for a friend's wedding, or, to feel good about myself. And so there was a lot of mental stuff going on in a very negative aspect when it came to my motivation for physical fitness. So I wasn't necessarily even starting from a really positive, great space. And even now that I know about the health types, I've also noticed upon reflection that in all of the previous personal trainers that I've engaged in the past, none of them were a guardian health type. None of them were even a diplomat, so an endomorph, and didn't quite understand perhaps my body. And they gave me programs, don't get me wrong, that I could do, and they were very linear and they were very structured and very traditional. And you do the squat, you do the lunge, you do the bicep curl, and da-da-da-da-da-da, which, would get me motivated for a couple weeks, maybe a couple of months, if I really was, dedicated and motivated for it. But after that, I would just lose steam. I would just get uninspired. It was just became another routine, just something else that I had to do. And I would really look for any excuse to not complete it. And then that 1 week of not doing it would turn into another week, would turn into another week, and turn into another week. And then I'd go back to the very beginning of my health journey and be in a really terrible spot. So I've had a very interesting relationship with exercise, and now I just feel like I'm ready to really tackle this last piece of my personalized health. I feel very confident, I would say, in each one of the other aspects of my personalized health and implementing that in my day-to-day life. And I've definitely procrastinated on doing this exercise piece, but what I'm actually really motivated right now for is mentally, and the mental strength, which is quite interesting because I'm coming at it from a much more positive mental space in my motivation for exercise than that negative mental space that I mentioned in my past. That's interesting. Because I've become acutely aware of how good I do feel when I am strong and when I am powerful, and how that translates into mental strength. So my physical body feeling strong makes my mind feel strong. And I'm coming up to this point in my career and in my life right now where there's a lot of really fun projects that I really want to get involved in, really want to get engaged in. And my mind doesn't quite feel clear. My mind doesn't feel strong enough to step up and be the person that I want to be in these new opportunities that are coming my way and in these new projects. And so I just feel like I've gotten to the point where I've used up every single excuse in the book and I just need to do it. And I am so, so grateful that through PH360 and Shae and Personalized Health Information that I saw some different online classes that were being offered by different health and fitness professionals who are trained up in personalized health. And I got to see that there's actually different styles and there's actually different training programs that people can create for you, which I didn't even know about. I didn't even think about. I just thought it was always the same structure that was very traditional and linear. And hey, if that works for you, that's totally cool. It's just not something that quite works for me. And so I came across a fitness expert who was very creative in how they did their movements and how they added some playful aspects to their programming. And when I did a couple of their online courses, or classes, it's like, oh, this is actually fun. And I actually don't really feel like I'm moving my body. And so it was really understanding that there were other ways to actually move my body, that it didn't have to be a chore. It didn't have to be this whole achievement thing and tracking your reps and, in this very linear, traditional way of thinking about health. It can be much more playful. It can be much more fun. And this is new to me too, so that's exciting me as well. And so when I engaged this health expert, it was really exciting to start thinking about fitness in a different way, to think about it as being a way to get creative, as a way to play, as a way to, help my mind strengthen itself while I am strengthening my body. And this whole new paradigm shift and mindset around it has just been exactly what I needed to just really kick my butt into gear and get it done. And I'm so grateful that I've come across this information and that I was just open-minded enough to actually try different online classes to kind of pick and choose and find one that fits. And I just feel so much more empowered that I've found someone that fits me and knows me. And it's been really nice experience so far, like even just this initial onboarding process and getting to know them a little bit more and them getting to know me and, building a bit of a relationship, which I know is really important to guardians. And so I'm really excited. I'm feeling really motivated. And so that is my motivation to share. I feel like if I document this and share it, that really kind of scares me, but it's also that accountability and motivation that I need to actually stick to it. And so I'm committed, I'm dedicated, and I'm documenting this in hopes that sharing my journey might inspire someone else to start their own physical fitness journey, or to just see an example of someone else going through it so they don't feel as intimidated of what that may look like. And so that's my motivation. That's why I'm here. I'm so excited to share. I'm feeling really good at this point, but I will be doing some video diaries all along the way, just checking in and sharing where I'm at. So I hope you enjoy, and you are more than welcome to come along for the ride. See you soon.